Good evening, Possibility War fans. It is the 18th of December, 2022, and we are beginning our final adventure for 2022, our 10th adventure in all, known as Trail of the Dead. I tried to pronounce the Spanish that goes with it. I'm not so good at Spanish, I found out. Tonight we have a guest GM. For this adventure. This is Ginger Gish. She plays with us all the time as Penny Peaches Gonzalez, the former New York firefighter who has become a real badass as far as being a storm knight, and she is now a realm runner and everything like that. Ginger is fantastic as a person, and I think she's going to do pretty well as our GM too. So we're going to start out with Scene 1, a sudden rush and destruction. And we'll see from here how it goes. Now, I've already been told that this is going to be a kind of a horror-style game. And my character, Hiro Kondo, who I am introducing this evening, is kind of at the focal point of this. I guess I've been assigned to protect some scientists on an island, and we've imported some assistance from off island to help us out. I've already got my suspicions about things that are going to happen, but I couldn't tell you for sure. So let's see how things go.
Our heroes, as they are now, are on the U.S.S. Ronald Reagan off the East Coast, and we are mourning the loss of Arturios, our companion. We know that storm nights are very rare and few and far between, and the closest one has been ordered to watch a group of scientists on nearby Heather Island. Well, not so nearby. It's down in the British Virgin Islands, Turks and Caicos area, which is, I guess, east and a little north of the tip of Florida. Very east. Part of the coral reefs that are the Bahamas. Now, Hiro has his orders that we are coming to collect a new storm knight who is being moved to this area. It is the closest thing they can do. The Delphi Council knows that not very many pilots are reality rated. None of the helicopter pilots, for instance, on the U.S.S. Ronald Reagan, or any pilots that they can get a hold of, are reality rated. For that reason, they've scheduled transport of our newest member to by airplane, and they're going to airdrop him to this island where they already have someone based. That's where Hiro is based, watching these scientists. The environmentalists are giddy to study the effects of the reality wars on local ecologies, like the revival of species and plants and flora and fauna that nobody's seen in years and years and years. And while Heather Island is currently deserted, it's located north and east of the closest main island of Providenciales. This is in the Turks and Caicos archipelago. Turks and Caicos, if you're not familiar, it consists of 40 or more low-lying coral islands in the Atlantic Ocean. It is a British overseas territory southeast of the Bahamas. There's no anchorage near Heather Island because it's surrounded by deep water trenches. As a result, we will be setting out in a dinghy at dawn to head to the island where Hiro is waiting us to collect our new member. Hiro has orders to stay on the dock because sometime as the sun rises, Tomislav is going to be airdropped out of an airplane and onto the island. Here's what we know. Remy, go ahead and tell us a little bit about who is Tomislav Kovac. Hello?
Are you muted?
Yeah, Remy, are you muted? Oh, wait, he's typing.
His internet might be crapping out a bit.
Oh,
Ah,
the mic is messed up. Well, Remy, do you want to try and type it up and we can read it out loud?
Oh, what is the name of your character?
Hero.
Hero.
Hero
Hero what?
Kondo. The of course in proper Japanese, the family name is spoken first. Unless you're just calling him by his name and then it's just Hero.
All right. At present, we really only know his name and the short dossier that the Delphi Council has prepared for us.
Right. He's typing up right now, kind of like what I'm doing.
Okay, as long as you have it ready and close to hand. Um. Anyway, the helpful sailor goes on to note that the group of scientists have been making discoveries, real exciting ones, about the effects nature has on the environment, or these new realities have on the environment. And it's been a very um, easy job for Hiro Kondo because for the most part, except for some squabbling, the scientists are well behaved, and the natives that travel to and from the island are well managed by their elder, uh, John Brume. The native companions that cook and thatch roofs and keep the camp in good repair. They are all from the surrounding islands, and they're probably almost all related to John Broom. So if you need anything at all, you talk to Papa Broom.
Papa Broom, huh?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, Papa Broom has lots of children, cousins, nieces, nephews, sisters, brothers, the whole extended family.
Would you say he's been prolific across this island?
Very. but 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 this particular island, is actually deserted because there's no potable water. Because it is a coral island, it's not volcanic in nature. There's no pushed up water table like with a mountain would be. So there's no water. You guys have a cistern, not a well. And the when the natives come with the supplies and stuff, they bring potable water with them as long as all the foodstuffs and everything else.
Okay.
You're also resupplied by airdrop. In this case, a big old plane has got a big old crate, and it's airdropping it at the same time as it's dropping Tomislav Kovac.
Okay. Okay, what was the name of this island again?
Heather Island.
Heather.
It's named after the lush, slightly purple seagrass along its coast that
Nice.
runs along the back of the island, although it's mostly very, very tropical jungle.
Okay, are you guys ready for me to read this little blurb for Tomislav?
Go right ahead.
Okay, Ginger,
All
you're
right.
the GM.
The sailor pulls a dossier with the stamp of the Delphi Council up, and he reads, Tomislav Kovac has been a knight for at least a few years now. Despite his tall and broad-shouldered standing at 6'2", he's fairly kind and calm, but isn't afraid to fight up close and personal. Trained by his Spetsnaz uncle and implanted with occult tech back in Russia, he still stands strong and acts as a true knight. Many others in the Delphi Council have begun to call him Uncle Toma, as that's what Arturius had taken to calling him.
Okay.
So
so he knows Artorias.
he has and
Wait a minute.
we can only hope, says the sailor, that his connection to Artorius is what has brought him to come help us. Meanwhile, also he flips another folder open, again with the Delphi Council logo, and it says your contact on this island who will guide you to the airdrop site is Hiro Kondo. Hiro is born in the world of Marketplace and was a staunch ally of the Tri-D Mega Corporation, which had begun a dozen years ago as a three-dimensional film and holovid production house, mostly with the videos of the possibility wars as represented for the forces fighting against the invaded worlds. He believed it was a noble ideal and profession until the invasion of the present Earth, when Reiko Kanawa took control of Kanawa Corporation by attempting to murder her brother. His disillusionment with the changes made in the feel of what he's always held dear moved like a tidal wave followed by an earthquake and the subsequent tsunami across his life, which made him seek out the Delphi Council to rescue him. On agreeing to take Hiro on, he was evaluated and assigned immediately to prove himself, beginning with a smaller, easier, less dangerous assignment on Heather Island to protect the scientists attempting to determine the effects of various possibility energies on the environment, flora, and fauna of this core Earth world. Hiro, your orders are to meet this party at the dock. Those are your highest priority is to be on the dock with binoculars and make sure you note where Tomislav lands.
Understood.
They had to do it this way because he's being airlifted by Nile pilots and prop propellers, and they didn't have the ability to land on water. So this is just a passover. They're airdropping some current supplies and provisions for the scientists and lab equipment, etc. And they've given they've given you a handful of flares that are self-lighting. You rip the cap off, and they blow a lot of smoke for about 30 minutes each, and then they wish you luck, and then they push you out.
As I'm kind of reading my orders again, they didn't even provide a way for this guy to get to the ground well. This will be fun.
No, they didn't. This was, when we say, the best they could do without anybody possibility rated in the area who isn't already doing something vital. As we are being full steam ahead, essentially, towards the Heather Island, towards the island, the sun is beginning to rise. Hiro, I'm assuming that you are staked out on the dock because sometime with the rising sun, the plane's gonna fly over.
Well,
Just at that period.
I probably would be walking up just to meet the storm knights and keep my eyes out. I mean, there's some high spots up there, right?
You're going to be on the coast at the dock, so you're looking over the island. You're looking back over the island, waiting for us and watching to see where the chute comes down. Now, the chute, your orders are to stay on the dock. This could happen anytime between, before dawn to an hour after dawn. They're not exactly sure. So,
okay.
Per your orders, I hope you were standing ready on the dock with your binoculars, searching the horizon, of the island. And just as the sun begins to rise, while it's still gloomy, an earthquake hits the island. Causing complete and utter pandemonium. Something big runs through the camp. I mean, buildings are torn down, people are screaming, everything is going absolutely nuts. And you need to make you feel a surge. So I need you to make a reality roll. Standard difficulty. Just don't roll a 1.
Okay. I'd say that's pretty good.
Okay. For you, the dawn begins with an ominous shake of the whole world, a creak, a groan. It sounds like the world is moaning in pain. You also feel the collapse of several buildings of your own camp. People wake up screaming and shouting in panic. Animals fly up out in the air, birds, monkeys, you name it. I mean, something huge that just storms through the middle of camp, destroying everything in its wake, but it's too dark to see. And you feel a cold wind trickle down your back as if things are incredibly oppressive.
Okay, I didn't see it at all.
You feel it more than, I mean, you hear you hear the screams, you feel the shake, you feel the cold shiver as if someone ran ice cold fingers down your back.
Uh-huh.
Every hair you have is standing up, on end, and you felt a reality wash over the island that was not your own.
That's not cool.
No. And you got goose pimples.
Try and shake it out a little bit and just look around for whatever it might have been. Do we have like a generator and lights that go on through the camp?
Yeah, but it just fell down and half the bulbs collapsed and broke.
Oh. Well, okay. I'm
Suddenly, it got dark.
as Fluffy would say, it got dark.
Mm.
So let's see. I'm gonna try and go to the generator. Let's see. Do I have? Let's see. Yes, I've got a flashlight. So I'm gonna yank that flashlight and try and turn that on and see what was running through the camp.
So you're abandoning your post.
Don't have a choice. This is more important.
All right. Well, it doesn't even take a simple test to turn the generator right back right side up again.
Not a very big generator then, huh?
Well, mostly it pulled the cord out. The earth shaking and stuff did,
Okay.
and some of the light poles fell down. So they only half the lights come on, the ones that didn't fall down. But
Okay.
it's easy enough to write things. Plug the hose back in, give it a kick, a whir, and things start back up again.
Oh,
It's one of several generators. You said the one about the lights. You didn't say the one about the lab or the one in the guest house or the one in the
yeah,
kitchen area.
right. It's more important just to get the lights on for the moment. I mean,
Yeah.
were all of the generators affected, or was it just this one?
How do you find out?
Um, well, I don't find out right now. I'll call out Larry, Curly, Mo. Be on the
Oh
lookout.
God,
Try and
boss,
help these
boss.
scientists.
Yeah, I mean, man, oh my God, boss. Yes, we're okay. They all check in with you via their radio,
Oh,
going, I
okay.
don't know what's happened.
So radio still work then.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, their batteries.
Okay, because I was yelling.
So
Well,
you
they,
yell out
Man,
into
my
the
ears.
darkness,
What was that?
and then they call you up like, "Hey, boss, the radios are still working. We're all right."
we're
Uh,
all right. But man, I mean, what's happened? Was that an earthquake?
uh, I don't know what it was. Did you get a shiver down your spine?
Yeah, man. Someone walked over my grave for sure. How about you, Joe? Mo, sorry. Oh man, Curly, Larry. I tell you,
All right,
is there
guys, cut.
coffee ready? Because yeah, I think I need to wear my brown pants after that.
All right, guys, cut the chatter. Go check on the scientists, make sure they're all right, and then get back on your posting. Mo, you do that. Larry and Curly, you stay where you are.
Well, that's the thing. Which one's furthest into the jungle?
Huh?
You have one on the right, left, and one farthest in the jungle. If you go to the
Okay.
jungle page.
Well, the one that is on the, well, you should be able to take your cursor over the top to get the name.
Okay, Larry. Larry's farthest. Okay, Larry says, boss?
What?
I got Papa Brume here saying something's carried off some of his family. He and the menfolk that are left are up in arms. They've got brooms, pitchforks, shovels, you name it, and they're on their way past me to go fetch them.
Well, it's a good thing we've got some storm knights coming in then, because we've got to get this guy out to him. But tell him we're on it. We're going to check it out in a few minutes.
I don't think he's waiting. He's terrified. He's saying it's his family out there.
Then he's just going to have to be terrified. I've got my orders. You stay on station where you are, just in case whatever it was that came through comes back.
Gotcha. Boss, says Curtin.
Yeah.
Hate to tell you, but 2 scientists aren't accounted for.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds like it's all part of the same Charlie Foxtrot, so stick with it. Go.
Yeah, we got they say Bert and Charlie are missing. Herbert Spencer, the mammologist, the guy who's always talking about the sloths and the monkeys and such.
Oh, that guy annoys me.
And then we got Dr. Charles Lydell. He's the one who's like all in love with the fossils.
Well, at least he's quiet. All right, look, it doesn't matter. We've got a lot of things going on right now. We're going to have to fix them one at a time. We've got the lights on. I'm going to wait for these storm knights, and I need to keep my eye to the sky. That's still our order. If we get this storm knight on the ground and these other storm knights at the dock, then they will help us to find the rest. And we'll get it all sorted out then.
About this time, a woman in a lab coat and tropical gear comes storming up to you. It's Dr. Teresa Beagle. Dr. Beagle is in charge. And she's like, Hero, what the devil? What the devil is that? Where's my camp? Where's where's Bert? Where's Charlie?
I don't know. And I will have to find them once people are on the ground. Now, please go secure your lab. Make sure that everything is in place, except obviously your 2 scientists, and hunker down.
Just, oh, no. If anybody is going to start looking for Herbert or Charlie,
Doc, I'm not asking. I'm in charge of security here, so move out and get done what you need to get done. And we'll find the scientists, we'll find Papa Brume's people, everyone. But we've got people coming in that can help us with that. You remember?
About this time, the sound of an airplane on the approaching starts to drown you out.
That's a loud-ass airplane. Okay, so...
It's an old-fashioned propeller plane, so it makes a lot of noise. Yep. Yeah, and do you have your binoculars handy, or are you going to just eyeball it?
Well, I don't own a pair of binoculars, so I'm using somebody else's.
Yeah, you do. You've read told this in advance, so you managed to scrounge some, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, I'm what I'm looking out for is the drop, not necessarily as an individual, because they'll probably land within about 1,000 yards of one another. So, depending on how high the plane is.
You'll notice as you look that the plane aimed for the high ground.
Of course they did.
Of course they did, which is the furthest, most middle point of the.
I'll just say it under my breath, pricks.
Well, I will say this: they weren't going to risk a water drop, for the simple reason that because of the deep water, there are lots of very big sharks off the edge of the island, and there's no coral to cut them up. So that is a very happy, large feeding ground for tourists.
You mean it's a very large feeding ground for sharks eating tourists?
Yes.
um,
Flying over is like ringing a dinner bell.
wow. So am I correct to assume that the boat with the Storm Knights in it is now in churning water?
No, it is on its way. As long as it's not in the same shadow of, say, the very noisy plane, and they are coming from a different trajectory.
Okay.
They don't have very far, so they should be fine.
All right.
As long as nobody decides to go swimming.
That's probably, yeah. So besides, Kovac is probably going to be in one of those crates, and the crate is heavier than he is.
No. But there was one crate, one great big jumbo crate
Mm-hmm.
with a three parachute kind of apparatus on it.
Oh, okay.
And him cradling a handful of smoke flares, not lit. Was tossed in his own parachute. So he's actually higher up than the supplies.
Okay. I'm going to try something, and I don't know if it's going to work or not. I'll open the channel on the radio and say, Tomislav Kovac, are you there? Does he have a radio by chance?
Why didn't they think of that?
Damn. Well, he's going to be able, once he's off of the crate, he'll be able to spot where the camp is, I'm sure, and start making his way that way. But I do need to wait for these Storm Knights. And that's what I'll do.
Those warning orders.
That's what I'll do. I'll go to the edge of the dock where the boat is supposed to pull up. I'll just kind of cross my arms and tap my feet and put an urgent look on my face.
Oh, that's very good, because Dr. Beagle comes to stand beside you with the same exact posture and the same exact look.
Yeah, but she's probably not joking around.
Such a great influence.
So side by side, all right, crew. You have you are arriving. You see two very grim personnel standing on the dock. One is in a lab coat, a petite woman, with dark blonde hair, and she's wearing a pith helmet like you would in the tropics, one of the safari hats. And lots of khaki over with a lab coat. And Hero, what do you look like?
Well, kind of like, well, you guys can't see my picture, can you? I don't know. You might be able to. Oh, I can't share, of course.
Wait, I know this is usually Connor's line, but you have the game paused.
I don't have the game paused. You have the game paused. If you will hit the space bar, that should
Plot
get rid
twist.
of the game pause. Dun dun dun.
Busted.
Okay, now if you want to show the map, let me know when you want to show the map, and I can kind of walk you through that. Because you can get over there, but nobody else is over there. Everybody else is in the Dreamtime.
All right. So, who all's in the boat, people?
I mean, I'm in.
Me and Andon, for sure.
I mean, I guess I'm in the boat.
Yeah, I think there's only
Alright.
3.
What about Peaches?
Oh, Peaches. That's right, 4.
Yeah, Peaches is with you. Peaches is with you, and Paul, if you need Peaches to roll, she's going to be your shadow, essentially.
Okay, that's fine. Anyway, Hero is wearing. He's got some black long 80s style feathered hair. He's not wearing his sunglasses right now, obviously, it's nighttime, or just getting into morning. He does have a long mustache. It's not quite handlebar. It's cut around his lips and down to his chin. And he seems to have a very nicely trimmed beard. He does have a red tie with yellow stripes that are angled from top left to bottom right. And then he has a black long sleeve shirt. His look, his facial structure is kind of Asian American, more American than Asian. And then let's see, he has two underarm holsters, each with those kind of pistols, 45 Colt automatics in them, and he very much looks like he belongs in Miami Vice. For those of you who have ever seen Miami Vice.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. Love it. So, I need everybody who's arriving to make a reality test.
Okay.
Just don't roll a 1, people.
Where's my reality? Ah, there it
Cat,
is.
roll for Anton as well.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Are we all making reality rolls?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
All right. Nice.
Standard difficulty?
Correct.
Wow, that was better than mine, Connor.
I have an action total of 16.
Very nice.
Alright, that's mine. And now time for Andon.
And what about Ginger? Are you going to roll for Ginger or for Peaches?
I suppose I can.
Reality cannot be. Oh, that's right. Ooh.
What did Anton roll?
Andon can't roll. He doesn't have reality, and it is a bolded skill, so he cannot use it unskilled.
Okay, roll his spirit. Just plain spirit.
Okay. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right.
We made good.
This is all right. Hold on. Let me roll mine. Let me find my reality here.
If worst comes to worst, I could use a possibility on him.
No, here's what happens. As you approach the island, the grimmest, gloomiest, most depressing isle in the middle of nowhere, you have never had the misfortune to see. Your skin literally crawls as you look at this, and all of you shiver, except for Andon, who screams in panic and tries to hide behind you.
Oh, Lord.
Oh
Can't
god.
tell you.
Jeez.
He's grabbing the back of your shirt. He's got his face tucked into the small of your back, going, oh my god, please don't make me go there. Oh my god, are we going there? And he's in the middle of probably the worst panic attack you've ever seen.
Wait, is
Oh,
this
goodness.
Orash? Aren't Andon and
Yeah,
Rios
you might
from
have
there?
encountered this feeling before.
Yeah, we're from Orash, so if
Yes.
he recognizes it, it's not good news.
Yes. He's saying part of that is there's no place like home.
And I'm pretty sure me and Peaches have been in a Orash touched area before.
Yeah, that slimy, skin crawling feeling we all just got. That's us crossing into a mixed zone of Orash and Core Earth. Welcome to Heather Island.
No!
Oh, joy.
Oh, wait a minute. I succeeded. So.
So, there's Catalia, make a persuasion roll to see if you can calm Andon down enough to get him safely out of the boat without making sure you all fall in.
That would suck.
We could all arrive at the island soaking wet.
All right. What difficulty?
Standard.
All right.
He's, you say calming things.
Ah.
It's a standard success. You say calming things. He's, we've been through this before. We have help. We're not alone. They're there. and he calms down enough to step onto the dock without flailing in panic and tipping everybody over. A close call, as you well know.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there are, in the lee of the island, is probably the only shallows we have, and that's why the camp is here. It is a shallow area for a few meters, and then it drops off steeply into deep water. So you don't get to enjoy much beach, but you do get to enjoy some on the lee of the island. It's sheltered from the strong Atlantic currents. Sorry, Pacific.
Are you being Pacific?
I'm being too Pacific, aren't I?
I couldn't help myself. It just came out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but the reason why you couldn't anchor and get the Ronald Reagan had to send you in a smaller boat is because it's too shallow a draft for them, so they have to stay out in deep water. Anyway, but they'll anchor there and wait for you to come back. Now,
I'll say
we arrived yet?
Yeah, are they near enough for me to kind of address them?
Yeah, you're all standing on the dock now.
Okay.
You guys can all go. You should all be able to go to the page called Jungle behind you, on the
Nope.
top left.
Okay.
Not open for us.
So this is where we kind of wanted to go. Ginger, this is GM Training 101. Right click on the scene called Jungle, and go to preload scene. Okay, and then right click on that again and activate. There we go. Perfect.
Yep.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Everybody, you see you're all on the dock there, and there's a nice little camp. On the dock there, you can see. Can you see me pointing this out? Is a tool shed. Hero is standing right beside you. How did I darken that? I did need to undark that.
You didn't. Just click somewhere that's not on a character. Okay, and then you should be able to see, and then everybody else should be able to click off of their character too, so that they can see.
Well, my character's not here, so I don't have to do that right now.
How do you? Could you please?
Hang on a minute. Let's see.
I don't know what I did.
You didn't do anything. You're okay. Let me get this up. Come on. That's a good boy. You can do it. Okay. Now let me go ahead and come on now. Boy, this is taking a minute to load. Sirlane Fisk, join game session. Okay. I'm coming in on my laptop. That way I'm not sitting here, looking over stuff I'm not supposed to see. Now, are you just trying to get people to see the world in general?
Yeah, they should be able to see everything.
Okay.
There's nothing obscured.
Then go to right-click on Jungle. Let me see if I'm going to have to walk through this myself. Okay, right-click on Jungle, configure. See. If you want to choose the COSM, you've got that strip of icons across the top. You've got basics, COSM, grid, lighting, ambiance, etc. If you want to set the COSM, there you go. You can do that. And go ahead. Which one is it mixed with? Core Earth?
Mm-hmm.
So the secondary COSM you can choose as Core Earth. You've already done that. and hit save changes, and then go back into the configure scene. I wouldn't tell you to do this, but I have found that if you change something on one tab and then go to change something on another tab without saving it first, it gets rid of your initial information. So, okay, so lighting, the fourth tab from the left, lighting, you've got token vision. Deselect that, please, and then hit save changes.
There we go. Is that it? Can everybody see everything?
Once you hit save changes, everybody should be able to see everything. Hang on, let me click on my token.
Where do I?
I've been able to, because my
I
token's
can
not
see
there.
everything.
Where's saving? Where do I save?
The save changes is at the bottom of the dialog box under lighting. Let me see something real quick on here. I'm trying to balance this. Yeah, see, you've still got token vision checked. Let me uncheck that, save changes, and that should open everything up.
Okay.
Okay.
Can everybody see where you are? Straight ahead of you, you should see a big square building with an awning.
Yes. This one over here?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's more rectangular than square.
Okay, big rectangle.
Beatings.
And since you don't know if those are exactly 90 degrees, it's a more quadrilateral than rectangular.
Okay. All right. So, stop picking on your aunt. Listen, so Hero looks back at you guys and he says, we've got some issues. Something just came through this camp and destroyed some stuff. If you look at the generator, and he'll kind of point back at where the lights are, the half bar of lights, he'll say that was a whole bar of lights about 2 minutes ago. I don't know if you saw anything happen from off the dock here, but so we've got an airdrop coming in. This guy Tomislav Kovac, that's how they would pronounce it in Hungary, or I forgot where Tomislav is from.
Russia.
Russia works. So
would it be Kovac or Kovac?
I'm pretty sure it would be Kovac. Having served over in the former Yugoslavia, which was Russian until, about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, no, 25 years ago now. Holy smokes. Maybe even longer.
Gotcha.
It's Kovac. Anyway, so I'll tell him.
You guys see a lot of half collapsed buildings, some light poles that have fallen down, things like that. It looks like a whirlwind just went through.
That's a perfect way to describe it. Yeah, it looks like a whirlwind went through here. We don't know why. We don't know what it was, but I'm sure that you feel your skin crawling, even if you have.
It'd be easier, says Dr. Beagle, if we could ask the geologist, but he seems to be missing.
Yes, Doc. I understand. Yes, we've got 2 missing scientists and some missing family members for the local, basically the owner of the island, and we need to find them. And but we need to check out the camp and find out which way whatever this was that took them went, because I couldn't see it. It was completely dark out. I have no clue what it could have possibly been. So follow me. Let's go to the main building and let's start getting things together so that we can go get Kovac, go get our supplies, go find the people. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're now with me. And my name is Hero Kondo.
Crisscross.
Crisscross. I knew a group one time. Oh, anyway. So Hero goes to turn around and will make his way over here.
Dr. Teresa Beagle. Nice to meet you, Mr. Cross. Dr. Beagle shakes your hand. She's elegant. She's small. she looks pissed off.
Oh.
And
Pleasure
you are?
to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you too. You are?
My name is Riosi Rivadzia Niato Imanel. But please, call me Rios. And this is my companion, Andon.
A pleasure. I wish we could offer you more hospitality, but we seem to be in the middle of a crisis. I do hope you'll come with us and help us perhaps find our missing comrades. I understand that you're meeting someone too. The good luck is they all seem to be headed in the same direction, which is straight toward the center of the highest part of the island.
I see. Well, we shan't delay.
Hey, are you all coming, or are you gonna stand around gaggling all day?
Yes. Right.
Right.
Let's go.
Right. Hinkle, she calls, and a young man, sandy blonde hair, overalls, and a baseball cap. He's going right here, man, and he's actually the lab tech intern. Hinkle picks up a backpack that he had been hastily putting together, and he hands one to Dr. Beagle. And then they both turn and look at Hero expectantly.
I look back. What?
We're ready.
You're ready? You're coming with us?
Of course we are.
I think you need to stay here, Doc, and take care of your camp. I've got my boys that can protect you. Since there's only
Dr. Sedgwick,
Hmm?
Dr. Sedgwick and the rest of the scientists are staying.
Wait a minute. How many scientists were there again?
There is only Dr. Sedgwick left.
That's what I was thinking. We're not leaving one scientist here with 3 guards. So if there's 3 guards, there should be 3 people.
Fine. Dr. Sedgwick, grab your pack. Let's go. Dr. Sedgwick swears.
Paging Dr. Sedgwick.
Stop. He's not far. He's not far. He's actually, standing in front of the breakfast tent over here.
Okay.
He's got here. Oh well, he's standing in front of the breakfast tent, and he's like stuffing his face. And when Dr. Beagle calls him, he's like, sets his plate down, stomps off to grabs a day pack, and tosses some snorkel gear onto the dock, and it's like, all right, come on, we've got work to do. Why do we have to go now? Do we really have to do this, Dr. Beagle? She's like, yes, Dr. Sedgwick, we really have to do this.
Okay.
You know how Bert gets all distracted, and Charles only sees the ground. He doesn't even see the trees. He runs into them. We've really got to help.
Wow.
Boy.
Yeah. So Hero is just kind of standing there, and he's got his right hand rubbing the area between his eyebrows. And he raises his radio while you're having that conversation. He says, "Boys, bring it in. Apparently, we're going on walkabout."
Could I, perchance, whisper to Hero real quick? Do you have a room you could lock from the outside?
No. I don't believe any of these buildings have locks.
No, not only that, half of them are gaping wide open and destroyed.
Yeah.
It'd be unsafe to put anyone in them.
Besides, what Doc says goes, whether I like it or not.
All right. Larry, closest to the jungle, says, "Well, if it helps, they started off going this way," and he points northeast. Northeast.
Well, close it in, because we're gonna be protecting these scientists, these storm knights, and we've still got all the missions that we had before to do.
Oh,
I don't think I can drag these
I
guys.
can at least say I can protect myself a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, and meanwhile, Kovich, you can walk to the supply crate if you want, and set up camp and wait like you were instructed. You know that people are on their way to get you. You could, of course, just wander off in any direction you choose.
I would. I'd rather not do that. There's no point doing there's no point doing a mission like this by myself, at least for the time being. So just wait.
I don't know. As a member of the race, you might want to keep moving. Even though they told
Don't
you,
jinx me.
set up camp. Maybe this is a trust thing. They're trying to rebuild your trust.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Remy, I apologize.
Yeah,
I was
you're
going to
good.
type up a blurb about Tharkold from the main book, and I didn't get there.
No, you're all right. You're all right.
I'll try and get it done this week, but I make no guarantees.
Well, has Kovich ever had the opportunity to encounter tropical jungle before?
I'd say
I
maybe
think that's rather like what our home was like, wasn't it?
Or is Rios? You're going to you feel uncomfortably like the needle pricks of home. But Tomislav, while the ambiance is comfortingly ominous and grim, it is all tropical, and you're sure you saw a monkey throw a stick at you.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Well,
Yeah,
you can always cause that monkey some pain. That's what Tharkold is all about. Nobody's talking. I wonder why.
Nope. Restrain myself.
By the way, it's really kind of dim and dark under the canopy of trees, and you're on a atoll. You're kind of on a rise. The heather that rises across the back of the island you are actually at the spot where the island gets its name from.
Oh,
I don't understand America.
this is definitely not America. But that's a riot.
It's the only clearing for miles.
Joy. I guess I might want to start moving at least a little bit. Slowly but surely, hopefully they'll catch up.
Yeah, okay. Do you go north, east, south, or west?
What's that?
Ginger, what was that again?
Do you go north, east, south, or west, or some other tangent in between?
I'll start heading north. Damn, talk about first-class treatment.
You are, in fact, heading away from the group. Just saying.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
Okay, so while Tomislav makes the trek longer and harder for everyone involved, our intrepid heroes, of which there are 3 soldiers, 3 scientists, Hero, and yourselves. It's quite a big party, but you're headed towards an area that's well trampled. Does anybody have survival skills or tracking?
I have both.
Actually, to be honest with you, I think I do too.
Unfortunately, nobody around you left
Oh, no, I don't.
footprints.
No, I have survival, but not tracking.